Funkadelic Acid Blues, the history of rock and roll. And here's your host, Tin Man.
Running with a pack, vroom, 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 vroom. This is Funkadelic Acid Blues with the Tin Man, and today I'm not just talking about the leader of the pack, vroom, vroom, vroom. No, I'm talking about all the rest of the girl bands from the early 60s. There was like one kind of music that stood a chance against the Beatles, and that was girl bands. The Shirelles, the Ronettes, and we'll get more into all of those, but this was the time when it was famously said by some, I think it was an old Jewish music professor or producer. He's like, what I wouldn't give to be an 18-year-old black girl who could sing, because believe me, at that time, all of them could, and they were all great. And this goes into Motown, and one of my favorite girl bands was the Supremes, and I used to listen to the Supremes all the time. And and then there was Walk On By, and one of my favorite versions of Walk On By was not done by Dionne Warwick. No, it was done by Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. Look it up. It is a killer hit song. But and you're probably wondering, well, Tin Man, you lived in the middle of nowhere, and you didn't have any access to Detroit. How did you know all of this stuff? The answer is radio. See, back in the day, we had these little transistor radios, and I had a tiny one, and it was red. And we only had AM radio. We didn't have FM yet. That comes later, and I'll talk about my FM experiences. But as a little kid, it was AM radio. It was king. That's where we heard all of these great girl bands like the Shirelles and the Ronettes and all of the absolute great girl bands that Judy used to love. She loved, this was her music completely, and I love it too. Yeah, I know for a fact that little Sneven of the Bruce Springsteen and E Street Band loves the girl bands, but everybody does. I mean, you can't, talk about, feel good music. I mean, get out my life, why don't you? I'm not gonna sing it, but I love that song. Anyway, AM radio, girl bands. This has been Funkadelic Acid Blues.
Okay, just so we're clear, this is off the record. I don't want any surprises. Okay, just so we're clear, this is off the record. Off the record. Off the record. Off the record. This is off the record. Welcome to Off the Record with Dallas Rhodes. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the little bell. It'll just make my day. Catch you later. I think I got it. I think I've got it. What's that?